No. No good decisions in here, I don't think. As far as, well, when I say good, I mean morally right. We'll just put it that way.
He throws a woman who betrayed him out an airlock. So far, so good.
Yeah. Yes. You probably would you would be okay with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man, we're talking Darth Vader, and man, you were like, okay, I want to do volumes 1 through 4.
Right.
I was like, okay, all right, I can do that. And I also want to do Vader Down. I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And we also got to do the annual, which apparently the annual's in this too. I assume it's in the trade.
Yes, it is. It's, I believe,
the omnibus.
The first issue of trade paperback number 3, The Short Tunin War.
Yes. Yeah. So we are going to be talking a total of, oh my goodness, I didn't even tally them up. I know we got 25 issues in the main series, 1 annual, and probably 3 other issues that crossed over with Star Wars, and Vader Down was probably 4.
Well, the Vader Down single issue, then there was like 2 issues of the Darth Vader proper comic that we're reviewing, and then there was like 2 issues of the Star Wars comic. So I think it was 5 total.
So that's close, very close to 30 issues.
Yeah.
And yeah, I told you, this is record breaking. Record breaking for myself. I've never done 30 issues in one sitting as far as talking about them, which we'll be doing, but of course, splitting them up among three episodes.
I thought like Spider-Man going down his pants was
that was it. That was it. 50 issues of Spider-Man just going down his own pants.
But
every issue got boring after a while.
Going down swinging, whatever it was called, whatever. Spider-Man down his pants. Wasn't that a lot of issues as well?
I think I might have hit 20 at some point. The last record breaker was Jessica Jones.
Really?
Yeah.
Am I the one making you do like a crazy amount of comics in one sitting?
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely say that for sure. This is the most I've ever done, and so Alias was the second most I've ever done now, which was up there. But yeah, Spider-Man was like Spider-Man. I think the longest one that was going on there was Maximum Carnage, which I think was like 16 episodes, 16 issues.
There was one when No Way Home came out that you did that was like a week's worth of episodes.
Me and Benjamin J. Cologne, I'm sure we're in on that one.
Yeah. What was that? Wasn't going down his pants?
Going down his pants. I don't think so. Go down swinging probably, but the thing is that I don't think it was anywhere near that many. It could have been Spider-Verse too. Spider-Verse was another one that we did, but I don't think it was that many. I think it might have been 12, maybe 14, but I've never.
What's funny is this doesn't feel like a lot to me.
Okay,
well, these are breezy reads. Like this, right. This was a child's read. There was nothing to this, and like that's not to say that I like reading it. I did. I actually, after the last couple of things that we've done, I kind of was like, thank God this is not that difficult to get through.
Right.
But also, I don't think I think in terms of single issues. I'm not one of your people on unspoken issues.
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of trades.
Right.
And this is 5 trades. So in that sense, yes, this is the most trades we've covered in a single show.
Mm-hmm. Yes, indeed. My goodness. But you mentioned how breezy of a read it is. That is one of the best things this series has going for it.
Mm-hmm.
They will allow the art to talk instead of the dialogue itself.
Yeah, this is not a wordy tome.
Right. That's great.
I think I read 2 or 3 books Saturday night. I definitely read 2. I don't remember if I read Vader Down sometime in the evening. I might have, because I think I told Erica, go ahead and watch The Office. Leave me alone. I would like to finish reading Vader Down.
Yeah.
and then I woke up this morning and I slept. I slept like 7.5 hours. And then I was like, all right, I'm done sleeping now because I'm not a woman. And so I can't sleep forever. I'm in one of those moods. So, hi, Jesse. Are you so happy to record with me tonight?
It's perfectly fine.
So I slept 7.5 hours like a normal working human, and I was like, all right, I gotta get up now. Like I'm done sleeping. So I think I read the 3 and 4 this morning, which, you know, you're always asking, like, why are we doing what we're doing?
Right.
These have been on my shelf for years.
Really?
Like, yeah. I want to say I got these for Christmas from Melissa one year, like when she was buying me comics for Christmas presents. It was like comics and t-shirts every year. I think when that started, she actually got me volumes 1 to 4. I don't own a copy of Vader Down, which, as an aside, want to see this? See this right here?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is not Vader fucking down now, is it, Jesse? Is it?
What is that? The story of Darth Vader.
This is DK level 3, the story of Darth Vader, packed with facts you need to read.
Oh, what did you end up? Why? How did this? This is one of the ones she bought you?
This is no, but this is good because this is beginning to read alone because it's a 3. See,
I got you. When you said DK, I was like, oh, I know those books. Yep.
Yeah. So I ordered Vader Down a week or 2 ago, and it said it would get here before Father's Day, which is like great. Then I'll have the entire like physical set. Because again, I don't necessarily buy digital comics. It's hard for me to read with my eyes, as opposed to read with my kneecaps, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
I can read with my eyes shut. I don't know if you knew that.
The kneecaps.
But I didn't have Vader Down, so I ordered Vader Down, and then I would have all 5 trades. And then they were like, first they were like, you're getting it like a week later than you wanted it. And I'm like, you motherfuckers. And then it arrived, and I'm like, this seems light. Like maybe this is not a very big book. And I open it up, and it's that motherfucking thing. So I got to send it now back to the stupid bookstore.
What a pain in the ass.
Oh, my God. I don't like having to be responsible for somebody else's screw up.
Right,
they should come here and get it.
Yeah, it's here. Come get it, please.
And give me back my money. As BenFold5 once said, Jesse, and I know you know this is true, girl, you know this is true. Give me my money back, you fucking bitch. That's a real song.
All right.
Erica was singing it in the car on the way home from our Father's Day dinner at Longhorns. Let me tell you how one dinner at Longhorns, my insides liquefied. I don't know if you know that or not.
Oh, no.
You ever go to Longhorns, Jesse? I never make it home with plenty of time to go to the bathroom. It is always a goddamn emergency. Longhorns, Olive Garden, all of these fucking places order from the same salmonella-riddled fucking place. Anyway,
man.
Enough about my wonderful Father's Day.
Straight to the toilet.
Yeah. So anyway, speaking of straight to the toilet, back to Darth Vader. So I've had these on my shelf for years. I have read volumes. I've read volume 1 like 5 times because like I started and then there's a long break and then I don't remember where in the series I am, so I had to go back and reread it again.
Over.
Yeah. I think I had gotten as far as the 2nd volume before there was a little long pause again. And then we decided to do this. And I was like, so really Source Material Live has become, because you don't get any other guests typically. It's just me and you. This is like our monthly or semi-monthly recording session where we just hang out and talk comics. You know what this has become? This has become Jesse reads Mark's shelf.
I'm all for helping you get through and read some of your backlog. I'm all for that.
So this has been on my backlog for years now, and I'm like, it's time. So that's why we're doing it. You know, no other reason. I think I got these, and it had to have been like they were on my wish list. When after Disney bought Marvel, and then subsequently bought Lucasfilm, they had the intellectual property rights to publish Star Wars comics. And as you know, everything prior to the Lucasfilm by Disney purchase was designated legend. So the novels, the Dark Horse comics, the original Marvel comics from back in the 80s.
70s and 80s, I think,
Yeah. That's all legends. And when everyone got done setting themselves and their rooms on fire because of this decision, Marvel said, or Lucasfilm, Marvel, Disney all said, anything published now is canon. This is part of that run. And I actually had Fancy list all of the trade paperbacks published since the Lucasfilm purchase. It was like, this is one of the early ones. This is one of the first ones. It's the Star Wars proper series, and Darth Vader were the first. And we've done a few of these. We've done Princess Leia. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? You know what I'm going to say. Ivan.
Yep.
And then we did Lando. Remember that?
Yes, indeed.
We've done Shattered Empire.
Now, Shattered Empire, of course, was the Dark Horse.
No, Shattered Empire was one of the. You're thinking Dark Empire.
I'm thinking Dark Empire. Yep. Okay.
Shattered Empire. Yep. Shattered Empire was a Marvel Disney Star Wars.
Got it.
So we've done quite a few of these. So it just, this was. I like the Darth Vader character. I believe I was on the Everyone Loves a Bad Guy episode where we talked Darth Vader before Kathleen Kennedy and her band of wicked lesbians ruined Star Wars for everyone with a penis over the age of 11.
Yeah.
I actually used to be a fan of this product, and I was a big fan of Darth Vader. So when I saw he had his own solo comic that takes place after the Battle of Yavin, which is where they blow up the Death Star in the first movie, I was like, oh, this seems like a really cool read. And every, the 12 times I read the first 2 volumes, I continued to come to that conclusion. This is a pretty cool read. So I'm glad to finally get all the way through it, read Vader Down, share it with you, and make more passive-aggressive cracks about women.
So this series comes out in 2015. We are this is 1 year after the film, right? The newest film, which would have been episode 7.
What is it? Star Wars: My Secret Diary.
Yeah.
What is it?
Force Awakens.
That's the one. The Force Awakens is 2015.
2015. So it's the same year. Okay. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Hang on. Disney purchase Lucasfilm took place in 2012.
Okay. All right. Well, okay. So yeah, we're getting a story that canon takes place, focuses on Darth Vader here.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have no idea what we're going to be getting other than just a big focus on the bad, the bad guy from Empire, the bad guy from A New Hope. This is the guy. This is one of the top villains out there in movie history.
Let me help you. The last time we see Darth Vader at the end of episode 4, A New Hope, is he spinning wildly out of frame.
Yep. Yep.
He's got Luke in his sights. They're doing the trench run, and the trench is small. It's only the size for like maybe 2.5, 3 fighters, right? Maybe because they might be overlapping a little bit. And there's nowhere for Luke to go. He only can go straight forward. And Darth Vader's like, I have you now. And it's like, this one's strung with the Force. This may or may not be my kid. I can't tell right now, and they haven't written that part of the story yet. But this one feels familiar.
Mm-hmm.
And Luke he's in the trench, and he turned his targeting computer off, and they were like, "Hey, jackass,
what are you doing?
Put your pants and your computer back on. What are you doing?" It just looks like, "Yo, I got this. I got it, homie.
I got it, bro."
And he locks in on the exhaust port, and Darth Vader locks in on Luke, and he's got his proton torpedoes ready to blow Luke out of the trench. And he sees from behind him a TIE fighter that was accompanying him get blown up. Mm-hmm. And Darth Vader, in the funniest line delivery of the entire movie, "What?" Like he's an old Jewish guy. "What?" Somehow James Earl Jones turned into my grandpa Larry Pfeiffer. "What?" And then he shoots the other one, and he collides into Darth Vader, and Darth Vader goes, "Whoa, whoa, 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 whoa," spiraling out into the next movie. So
yes, indeed.
When we pick up the story, it's like a couple years later, and the rebels have been, beaten all over the galaxy, and they've landed on Hoth, but the Empire doesn't know that. But Darth Vader's like, "I want this kid. This kid is familiar to me." Not to mention the fact he blew up our giant ass space station. This fucking terrorist.
Yeah, right.
So I'm spending a lot of money, time, and resources in my single-minded pursuit of this boy who blew up the Death Star, who I think might be my kid. And that's where Empire picks up. What we're reading about is everything from the to the beginning of Empire Strikes Back.
Right. Real quick before I get into the synopsis here, mm-hmm. This hits at a nice time here in my own life where Me and the kids are going through all the Star Wars films. We had Star Wars Sunday back during the pandemic, but it was just me and Kira. Like none of the boys. Colton wasn't old enough really to appreciate it at that point, and Caleb was not interested. So, and the wife just took naps. So that was her nap time. So
women need a lot of sleep, Jesse. I don't know if you know that.
It's called beauty sleep, Mark.
Yeah, like bears.
And then recently, Caleb started watching the prequels, and I just go in there. I'm like, "Oh wow, you're getting into part 2 now, huh? Oh, okay, all right." So I sat down and watched the end of that with him, and I'm like, "I want to watch the third episode 3 with you." And then from there on out, we've all watched every Star Wars film. We have one left, and that's our final one. And boy, oh boy. I just can't wait to see what Caleb has to say about our last one.
It's really funny you mentioned that because Jonas right now is actually going through all of them. He's watched the prequels. He skipped the Acolyte because he's a good boy. He actually asked me. He was like, "What of the shows should I watch and what shouldn't I watch? Like, what relates directly to the movies?" And I was like, "Just skip the Acolyte. You don't need to watch it. But watch episode 1, 2, and 3. Watch Solo. Watch Andor season 1 and 2. Watch Rogue One, then 4, 5, and 6." And he was like, "Right, okay." I'm like, he was like, "Should I watch the Clone Wars?" I'm like, "You can, but it's gonna take you forever, though. That's a lot. The Clone Wars and Rebels are good watches. They just take forever to watch." So I think he's skipping them for now. He's gonna double back and watch them later. But he's in the middle of watching Andor right now.
Oh wow, yeah. Caleb was not having any of the series as much as I thought Andor would be great because he came away with Rogue One as being his favorite film, like me. And I will tell you that I said, be ready because we're about to, the last one we watched, which was The Last Jedi. I said, you're about to watch the most divisive Star Wars film I think that's ever happened. And he loved it.
Yeah.
So he was a big Rian Johnson, The Last Jedi fan.
Let me tell you how, like, this interpretation of Darth Vader that we're going to talk about tonight in these books is the Darth Vader from the last scene of Rogue One.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.